Now, just a little warning before we begin. There will be major spoilers in this video for the 6th and final episode of Secret Invasion, the episode known as Home. So if you haven't seen it, don't want anything ruined, really good time to click away. Alright, so that was the conclusion. What did you think?
Horrible.
Horrible?
I did not like that conclusion. I just didn't. I'm sorry.
What didn't you like about it?
First off, I didn't like the predictability. That it was Gaia bringing the harvest, not Fury.
Yeah, that seemed pretty obvious.
Yeah. I didn't like that we had so much like slow stuff in the finale.
You mean slow stuff? You mean like slow pacing, or?
The pacing was just messed up.
I kind of felt like it was rushed. The episode was so short.
The beginning of it was all rushed, and then they slowed us down to a crawl to finish it out and go, hey, remember, this is a love story. What?
Yeah, they continued to run with the whole "did you love me or the me I looked like" thing.
Yes, and he did prove that he loved her.
Did he? Because he kissed her?
She is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he called her by her actual name, and he wanted her to go with, and he did ask her for a second chance. I think that all proves that he loved her for her.
Proves it. Okay.
But I'm just not impressed with Jake Fury.
Jake Fury.
Nick Fury always just got things done.
Yeah. This guy didn't get much of anything done.
And I just wanted things to, why did it take him so long to find the Skrulls a planet? He's like, no, there just isn't one for you. What happened to my theory? He could have just put him on the moon.
Well, I think there's a planet in the universe.
The whole universe. Nobody lives on Venus.
I like that he literally said there is none. Like, what?
None.
What?
There's planets in our solar
one's
system they probably could have, with the technology that they all have access to, they probably could have put them on.
Well, I don't know. A lot of the planets in our solar system, other than Mars, are pretty...
Yeah, why not Mars?
Venus would crush you if you tried to set foot on the surface.
Well, if they were super Skrulls, it wouldn't. They're all stronger than us anyway.
Yeah, but it's still pretty hardcore gravity on Venus. But I get your point. There should be a planet somewhere out. I guess. I mean, we're already talking about someday trying to colonize Mars, so with that kind of technology, set them up. Make it happen, Fury.
And just, the rest of the universe doesn't like them, so they can't go live there. I mean, there are planets that we saw in Guardians of the Galaxy, literally, where a whole bunch of alien species just lived in harmony.
Yeah.
With the Nova Corps protecting them, or they could live on nowhere.
But nobody likes the Skrulls, so they had to hide, and they couldn't be them true selves.
If they lived on nowhere, they probably could, because the Guardians of the Galaxy live there, and they don't care.
True.
They just took in a whole bunch of little clone people, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not spoiling that.
Not really.
Just talking about little people. Well, they're really clones, they're just little people. Then we had the weird fight scene where let's just give the Skrulls all the power and let them go to town.
Let them fight.
It's like we couldn't finish this out without a superhero battle. It's a spy movie. Why did we need to have a big superhero moment?
Well, I was okay with there being a big kind of climactic battle. But now we have like super duper Skrull out there.
Just one, though.
Just one.
Why do we need any other ones? We've got super Skrull.
But here's my question. Okay, so they used the machine and they got the DNA infused and it just works like instantly?
Yeah.
Like, how do they know how to use and access all these powers?
That's the question.
Like, they were just using them like they were like...
Like they knew how to use them, like they've been training with them their whole lives.
Yeah, exactly. Like they skipped the training montage.
I instantly know I can use Mantis's power to make someone sleep, and I know how to fly, and I know how to...
shoot a beam and other things. Like, how is that possible?
I know how to use my telekinesis.
Yeah, like... and like they use it flawlessly. Both of them are just like using it flawlessly.
Because it wouldn't be flashy if they didn't.
Yeah, you don't want them just trying to use the powers and screwing up and it being like this awkward kind of battle thing, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want a power cocktail. It just seems like too much.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
What do you mean?
I think you know.
Then Sonya Falcon's where it's like, you know what I'll do? I will just recruit all the Skrulls, and they can now fight for Britain! Which they might as well, because America clearly sucks.
Yeah.
Because we're a bunch of racists who hate Skrulls, and we go around in hillbilly plaid, shooting people that are Skrulls, shooting people we think might be Skrulls, and getting shot by Skrulls defending themselves.
Yeah, that was, I'm not going to get into that. That was just kind of...
I don't... As people who live in America, I don't want them to, why are we showing our country looking like that? Did he not remember a Skrull helped save his life?
Yes.
Yes.
But one was trying to
Use him.
dupe him into war.
Mm-hmm.
And turning the planet into a radiated paradise for the Skrulls.
I'm glad we showed that racism won out.
It's xenophobia. They're different species.
Sorry. Skrullism won out. We just had to go there.
Here's my question. Okay, so it wasn't the real Fury, but Fury went to the secret radioactive place. I don't know if it was like supposed to be like a Chernobyl or what it was exactly.
The not Fury, Gaia Fury.
Yeah, so she's pretending to have radiation sickness and needs the iodine pills and all that. But underneath that are dozens of humans.
They're fine.
Why are they not dead from the radiation?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
I'm really lost here.
We're supposed to be led to believe that pod somehow kept them alive. And why bother keeping them alive?
I'm not sure why they kept them alive.
I understand keeping some of them as like hostages.
Sure, some of the important ones maybe.
But they had a lot.
Yeah, they kept everybody. Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
I don't know.
And like at one point he like kills his own people, but he never bothered to go downstairs and like kill them.
Why not?
Yeah.
He did. He just wiped his own people out.
I was never like entirely sure of what like his motivations and anger was all about. Like this, you made me kill people. Like, okay.
So then I killed more people and my people.
Yeah, it's just like let's blame Fury. Seemed to be the whole point of this.
Yeah,
we needed to turn Fury into a villain of sorts to explain our new villain, and to make him, I don't know, sympathetic and understandable. Even though I never really cared about him one way or the other.
But I wasn't sympathetic towards him at all.
No,
I did not find him understandable nor relatable.
I think that's where the show really fails, is you never really feel sympathetic for the Skrulls at all. I think it works better if you actually like, God, it kind of sucks to be the Skrulls, and Fury promised all this stuff, and
yeah, that's what I felt at first, and then they're like,
Yeah.
I'm just glad they showed us that. Don't worry, Ross Everett, he's still alive. We still got him.
Good.
And I feel like when they found Rhodey...
That was Rhodey from
I feel like
a while ago.
Yeah, because she said he's been down there a while. I feel like my theory is still that it's Civil War.
It has to
like
be
he never
Civil
really
War.
Recovered. That a Skrull took his place and recovered.
Yeah.
Because the Skrull was never hurt.
Yeah.
Which really cheapens Endgame.
But here's my issue with
that big scene and at the funeral, and he's a Skrull. He doesn't really care.
But if it is like shortly after Civil War, shortly after the accident where he's like, paralyzed or not paralyzed, whatever, waist down, he looked like he was pretty screwed up. Like he was working pretty closely with Tony, right, to try to repair all that damage. Like Tony never figured out.
Maybe it happened in the hospital. Who knows? They steal the memories. They're that
sure.
good.
But yeah, like I don't know. I want to believe Tony Stark with like when he's trying to figure out how to fix his legs and is doing all kinds of tests and experiments, he would have figured out something. I don't know.
I would think they would take more advantage of the fact that they had the War Machine armor.
No, they didn't take advantage of that at all. We never saw the War Machine armor.
Rhodey was keyed to the War Machine armor.
But maybe this Rhodey wasn't. He didn't take the class on how to immediately use superhero powers and things. Like the president too, like didn't seem to think that anything was wrong with Rhodey, despite the fact that Rhodey's like, yeah, just fire, it's war, we got to kill the Russians. And it's like, wait, what?
Kill the Russians and the Skrulls.
When have you been this all-out warmonger?
Well, he is War Machine.
Sure, but he's not warmonger.
No, he's not warmonger. I just feel like there were some major things missing that maybe if they would have made the episode runtime a little bit better, would have fixed it.
I don't know. I don't know that I wanted more.
The first two were like an hour, and the last ones were like 30
35.
To 34 minutes.
Take out the credits, they're probably about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's why it felt so rushed to me.
We spent half the last episode having Fury reconcile with his woman.
Well, yeah, and then why do we call nobody in? Like, we're on the verge of nuclear war.
Nuclear disaster, nuclear war. There's tanks lined up.
Like, Fury's talking about...
prepping the missiles.
Granted, that wasn't real Fury, but talking about, get off my planet and stuff.
Get off my planet.
He seems like his top priority is just saving Earth. Yet it's like, no, I'm not bringing in anybody. I'm not calling in anybody.
Nobody.
Absolutely
not.
He's going to handle it all by himself with Gaia and Miss Britain. I forget her name.
Sonia,
yeah. There's too many superheroes in the world for you not to call anybody or to do anything.
And none of them noticed?
Yeah, none of them were like, oh, we're on the verge of war. This is odd. I don't think I'm going to investigate this at all.
I'll just ignore it. Oh, okay. None of them watch the news, I guess.
Unless they see the bat signal.
Yeah. I mean, we know that the Thunderbolts are probably being put together at this very moment, but they still don't help.
Nobody.
Nobody helps.
Nobody, not Wakanda.
Wakanda's behind their shields, like, they got this.
Yeah.
We're still mopping up Atlanteans, I guess. Nobody.
Everybody stayed home. That was why the episode was called Home.
I don't even know
There's
anymore.
So much,
there's way too much.
They're doing so much now in the MCU that it's just kind of, it's lost focus. There's so many like hanging plot threads all over the place that I don't remember half of them anymore.
Can't remember who's alive.
No. I
can't remember where they went to or what they're up to.
Yeah, I just feel like
they're just never there when you need them.
Yeah, Phase 4 was like, let's introduce a bunch of new characters and plot threads and just let them hang there until you forget about them.
What? There were plots?
I don't know. Was there? I'm still kind of...
Why didn't Ant-Man get in on the action?
He's busy.
Doing what?
Exploring the quantum realm.
No, he's done with that. He should be telling the other Avengers that he met a hero that might be changing actors. A villain. Guys, I met Kang. He might look different when we see him next.
Yes, he might look like an alligator.
We don't know.
We have no idea what's going to happen.
Alligator Kang is now the main character. Because you can't mess up with an alligator.
I think you can.
They're going to start doing all CGI villains with just voice actors. Voice actors seem to get into less trouble.
Yes, AI is yet to get into any trouble. But anyway, let's wrap this up. I got nothing I really even want to talk about with this.
I was not pleased with this series. It had so much potential. This was an epic comic run when they did it, and they just dropped the ball. They have source material that they picked out storylines that are well loved, like when they picked Civil War. People loved Civil War comic series. It was great.
Even though it was different from what the MCU did, yeah.
Yeah, they picked Secret Invasion. Great. That's a great storyline. Well, they changed it so much that it's not good.
It's nothing like the comic book run.
No.
I mean, other than involving Skrulls.
Maybe I don't ever want them to do World War Hulk. Who knows what would be involved? It would be World War She-Hulk. The Battle of the Twerk.
Oh, God. Let's hammer scale this thing.
Ugh. You go first.
Why do I always get to go first?
Because you're Thor.
I'm going to give it 3 hammers. It's terrible. It's bad.
It's pretty bad.
I just didn't...
So many problems that could be solved if you just called in the right people.
Yes, I just never found myself truly vested in caring about anything that was happening, and Nick Fury was not Nick Fury.
No, he fell from grace. I will give it a 4 because I liked Sonya Falconsworth.
Okay.
She was my saving grace. I liked Gaia as a character because I liked Emilia Clarke.
I like Emilia Clarke.
I thought she was very passionate. I liked Talos.
I like Ben Mendelsohn as well.
And then the rest of it can just go circle the toilet.
I like a lot of the actors in here.
I do. I like a lot of the actors.
That doesn't mean I have to like their performance or their work here.
Or
their characters or
story,
whatever it might be.
Which is probably the biggest problem.
Yeah. Like I said, I never really found myself caring. It was like, when a show is good, it finishes and you're like, oh, I can't wait for next week. This one was like, oh, it's Wednesday.
I get home and we're like, oh, I guess we have to watch Secret Invasion, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only consolation was this was the last one.
Yay! I mean,
All right, well, that's going to be all we got for you this time. So now it's your turn to take to the comments below and rank it on the hammer scale. How many hammers would you give Secret Invasion? I mean, I know there are some people out there who have been enjoying it, and that's great. I'm glad.
We could be being too harsh.
I think considering what it was in the comics, considering Nick Fury is one of the better characters in the MCU overall.
I think so.
And so there's a lot of things here that are just kind of disappointing. It just never materialized into anything that was really enjoyable. So I don't know. I know you got a cat swiping at your hair right now, so that's
He's trying to eat me.
He is. But anyway, take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of Secret Invasion. Let's talk some Marvel. And until next time, thanks for watching.